Hi, my name is Rosemary, and I'm going to show you today how to make a quick and simple quiche Lorraine. This recipe I've had for several years. My sister Elaine gave it to me many years ago, and I've used it many times and people have enjoyed it. Before we get started, make sure that you've washed your hands and preheat the oven to 365 degrees. We'll go through the ingredients first and then we'll put it together. First thing you have to have is a pie crust. An unbaked pie crust. This one I made myself because I had the time and I do like to bake. But if you're not a baker and you're pressed for time, a frozen pie crust works just as well, and I've used those myself many times. Okay, so we have the pie crust. In addition, we have 2 cups of light cream, we have 4 eggs, 2 tablespoons of melted butter, a tablespoon of flour, 2 cups of grated Swiss cheese. You could use a food processor. I like to use the box grater for that. And I have 9 slices of cooked bacon. You could have between 8 to 10 slices depending on how much you like bacon. But if you don't want to use bacon, you could use ham. And for those of you who do not want to use a meat product, you can use frozen spinach. If you get the small box of frozen spinach, make sure that you've defrosted it and squeezed out the water from it really well. That also works well with the quiche. Okay, so let's get started. What makes it easy? You use a blender. So you put your light cream, you put your eggs, your melted butter, and your flour. To whip all that up. And that's how easy it is. Now, what you do now is you take half your bacon and you cut it up just sprinkle it up with your hands to little pieces and scatter it all over the bottom of your pan. Then you take your cream and egg mixture and you pour that on top. And then you take the remaining bacon and do the same thing. Just break it up into small pieces, sprinkle it all on top. Or if you're using ham, the same way, and spinach, the same thing. You'll just sprinkle it all on top of that. Then once you do that, you take your Swiss cheese and all over the top. And make sure you got it all nicely all over the top of it. And that's all there is to it. Now it's going to go into an oven, 365 degrees, for about 45 to 50 minutes. Okay, so now it's been in the oven for 45 minutes. And this is what it looks like, and it smells absolutely delicious. A couple of tips I'll give you before I say goodbye. The recipe that I gave you is for a 9 or 10 inch pie crust. If you were to buy the frozen pie crusts, I would suggest maybe either cutting the recipe in half, or you could make 2 out of it. The other thing is that before you take it out of the oven, insert a knife in the middle of it and it should come out clean, and this way you know that the whole mixture has settled. So I'm going to say goodbye to you now. Hopefully you try it. It's really a very good recipe, and happy cooking, everyone.